Our client is in the southeastern part of the United States, so they often experience frequent and damaging storms. They service largely a rural area with over 270,000 subscribers. Our challenge was to improve customer service while reducing costs. In order to achieve these goals, there were several distinct milestones for this project. Our first milestone was a better online experience, keeping content relevant and easy to find. The previous site had hundreds of documents buried many layers deep. Additionally, the content had to be accessible from any platform, desktop or mobile. Our next milestone was the use of a modern content management system to be able to manage web content without the help of IT. Our third milestone was to reduce call center volume and costs by enabling customers to help themselves. And finally, active, up-to-the-minute communication to customers on outages and restoration times. Our client needed an enterprise platform that also had an integrated content management system. The LifeRay portal server met all of the project goals and milestones.
When ISOS technology was brought in, our client's old site dated back to 1996 and was causing an unimaginable amount of call center volume that was losing most of the payment conversion opportunities. We held multiple-day executive workshops to determine what our client wanted from the user experience. An award-winning website, a refined user experience that reduced call center volume, an increase in online payment conversions, and payment due notifications. The usability testing really laid the foundation for the UI design. Through testing, we found that most of their users became frustrated and simply gave up and picked up the phone, while those that stayed on the site still had issues finding what they were looking for. The usability study was essential to the project's success. It allowed us to build personas for determining how their user base thinks and wants to interact with the utility online. During the workshops, we had executives play specific persona roles so they could see firsthand what each type of user needed. Our approach for the design was a clean, easy-to-navigate site focused on the user. We started with wireframe workshops to determine where elements, page layout, navigation type, and calls to action should go. From the initial bare-bone wireframes, we moved into high-resolution mock-ups to make sure the business stakeholders had a clear vision of the outcome. Our process was a tightly managed yet iterative approach. Utilizing industry-leading ALM tools, we maintained a monthly iterative cycle with clearly defined milestones and regular checkpoint meetings with the client. Course corrections were made along the way to allow for design changes as the client's perspective evolved.
Some challenges we faced was to integrate with 3 different subsystems. We had management APIs that enabled the customer to set up their utility account. We had an API that enables the customer to set up the notifications and alert, and also a system where the user was able to view their bills online and pay the bills online. We ensure data security with our experience and a lot of testing. Also, communication from the client browser to the portal and to all systems runs via HTTPS. We also have an external company testing our application for penetration and vulnerability, so we comply with the old WASP standard for web application. The application was designed to be hosted by the client behind a secure firewall, but we built in the flexibility for deploying it to the cloud. So initially the customer decided to run the application behind its secured firewall. For QA and test purposes, we deployed the version of the application in the Amazon cloud, and eventually the customer decided to also run the production instance in the Amazon cloud.
ISOS technology has the technical and design experience required. We are focused on solving business problems with technology. We have delivered enterprise portals across technologies and industries. The ISOS development approach is agile and iterative.